Hi, colleagues. I'm Sonja Cherry-Paul, a Senior Research Associate at the Teachers College Reading Writing Project, and I want to talk to you about the importance of connection. The heartbeat of Reading and Writing Workshop is connection. So as we move to virtual learning, where students may be spending their days on digital platforms, it's critical that we keep this at the core of all that we do. So there's a variety of ways this can look. It can look like creating announcements in Google Classroom, where you create a virtual morning meeting and encourage students to post their responses to one another. And also organizing writing circles in Google Classroom in order to create a sense of community. We can keep students connected by setting up Padlets for kids to come together as book clubs and discuss what they're reading. And it's important for us to note that book clubs may look differently. Rather than each student in the club reading the same book, um, that may not be possible. So for example, in a historical fiction book club, each student might be reading a different book, but from the same historical time period. And so they can come together on that Padlet and talk about all that they're learning about that historical moment. Or maybe it's a club where students are rereading a book that they have access to at home, but through different lenses that you suggest, like reading like a writer, where kids are encouraged to track the literary devices an author is using to learn about those devices and maybe try them out as writers. As we think about the importance of connection to lessen the feeling of isolation, this also looks like asking students to talk to a family member at breakfast or at dinner about what they're reading and about what they're writing. I'd like to go back to one of the things that Mary Ehrenworth talked about, which is the importance of us doing all that we can to increase equity. So this could also look like us calling each of our students or the ones that we feel are the most vulnerable to tech access, and those who we know that, they just need to hear the sound of our voices. And we can set up a schedule where we call students and have conferences with them and ask them, how are you? And let's brainstorm together how your week might go and what it might look like as readers and writers. In education, we can often make assigning and assessing a central focus, but now more than ever, it's important that we double down around our beliefs about connection and keep this at the center of all that we do. Just know that Teachers College Writing Project is with you. We know that the road ahead is bumpy, but we're your support system. Reach out to your staff developer with any questions or concerns that you might have. Let's stay connected.